family for me, because they not only look at you like you're someone who's just gonna, go off to college and come back. They see you like a child. They see you brother, sister, as a friend. And it is just such an honor to be back. Let's go Act 6 program, and it's just such an honor to be here representing our community tonight. Our amazing staff and volunteers have brought this event to you with efforts that were all made possible with the support and the investment of our generous sponsors. And I cannot state this enough. Thank you. Thank you. Maraming salamat po to everyone for coming out to celebrate our young leaders and the programming that supports them because of each and every one of you. Thank you. Tonight is a celebration of leadership, the impact of our scholars, interns, and graduates that make Tacoma more equitable and vibrant. Now it's my sincere honor and privilege. It's a delight to welcome to the stage Dr. Tim Herron, CEO and founder of Degrees of Change. Let's give it up, everyone! Woo!
Well, thank you, Marmar, for the warm introduction. And let me add my welcome to everyone. And thank you all for joining us here this evening. Before I get started, I want to recognize a few special guests. First, I want to give a huge shout out to our presenting sponsor, MultiCare Health System. Not only is MultiCare the lead sponsor tonight and for all of our public events this year, but they were also the first and now the largest employer in our SEED internship program. In fact, this summer, they'll be hosting 30 interns with the program. So we have some of the MultiCare leadership team with us here at this front table. Can you give everyone a wave? And can everyone join me in thanking them for their support? We also want to recognize our other generous sponsors for tonight's event. So I know we have big showings for some of these folks, so as I work down the list, feel free to wave, and we'll save our applause and clap for all of you at the end. But we have a couple tables here from Symetra. We have Tacoma Public Utilities, the Puyallup Tribe of Indians, McDonald Miller, Commencement Bank, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, the Foundation for Tacoma Students, BCRA, Umpqua Bank, and Darigold. So thank you to all of our sponsors. You all have helped make this event a great experience for all of us. We're grateful for your commitment to our community and your partnership with Degrees of Change. We also have some representatives from the Tacoma City Council in the audience tonight, and I'd love to personally acknowledge them. Can you give us a wave as I call your name? We have Council Member Kiara Daniels. And she, I think, maybe had a meeting that was going a bit long. But we also have her colleagues, Council Member John Hines. It's over here. And we have Deputy Mayor Christina Walker. So thank you for taking time to be with us this evening and for your leadership in the city. Well, it's been 21 years since we selected the first cadre of Act 6 scholars from Tacoma and sent them across the state together to college. 4 years later, all 11 of them graduated and walked across the stage to receive their diplomas, including the student body president. Since then, 1,400 Act 6 scholars from Tacoma, Seattle, and 6 other communities across the Northwest and the Midwest have followed in their footsteps, graduating at a rate of more than 80%, which more than doubles the national rate for students from similar demographics. And because we know that a college degree doesn't automatically lead to a meaningful and high-impact career, in 2019, we launched SEED internships, where we connect talented college students with paid professional summer internships at regional employers who want to grow their pipeline of diverse local talent. And we're aggressively scaling up the program, and this summer we've doubled in size and will support nearly 70 interns across the region on our way to our ambitious goal of 200 interns for summer of 2025. These amazing leaders across Act 6 and SEED represent the broad diversity of our communities. They make their college campuses better and more welcoming places. They step up in the workplace, in their neighborhoods, in their families. They become CEOs, principals, doctors, Emmy-nominated poet laureates, scientists, elected officials, teachers, engineers, artists, moms and dads, aunties and uncles. And wherever they are, as one of my favorite Act 6 t-shirts reads, they risk, they act, and they lead. We're fortunate tonight to have many of our current scholars, interns, and alumni from our programs in the room with us, and you'll soon hear from 3 of them directly. But right now, I'd love to take a moment to ask all of our current scholars, interns, and alumni to stand up and be recognized. That's all, y'all. It's a pretty phenomenal group, and I've had the joy for a long time to watch them return to our city and invest in really powerful ways that make this a better community. Before I hand things off, I want to acknowledge an important transition coming up at Degrees of Change. I suspect that many of you have already heard that after 12 years leading the organization, I will be stepping away from the role of CEO this summer. I'm thrilled that the board of directors has named Marquise Dixon as our next CEO, effective July 1. Creating and leading Act 6 and Degrees of Change over these 2 decades has been the greatest professional journey that I could have imagined. Watching so many young people grow into their calling and flourish as leaders has shaped and blessed me and my family beyond measure. And now it's time to make room for the next leader to move that mission forward. Marquise is exactly the right person for this moment, and I could not be more confident in the future of Degrees of Change under his leadership. And Dr. Kelly Bay Meyer, our COO, will continue to be an incredible partner to Marquise in her role and leadership expand as well in this transition. As for me, Marquise has invited me, and I've agreed to stay on at Degrees of Change in a new role where I'll focus on technology and new program development, which are 2 of my core strengths, and frankly, things I just really love to do. I'm grateful for the opportunity to keep contributing in new ways to our important work. So, with that in mind, will you all please help me welcome to the stage Marquise Dixon, our next CEO, to tell you about an exciting new partnership kicking off at Degrees of Change this spring. Come on up, Marquise.
All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Well, first, let me start off by saying thank you, Tim. Thank you for your leadership that you provided to Degrees of Change. Thank you for your mentorship that you provided to me and so many others over this so many years. Thank you for your friendship that you provide to me as well. And also, thank you for any other ships that would be appropriate to use during this time as well. To our board members, to our amazing staff, team, squad at Degrees of Change, I'm sincerely humbled by the opportunity to continue to work and serve alongside you all as we continue to push our mission forward by continuing to empower young emerging leaders here in our community as they continue to be the new faces of leadership. We're currently doing our mission work. And what I mean by that is our amazing, talented staff are meeting with young people as we speak, not tonight, on Tuesdays and Fridays eventually. But we'll be serving over 100 local students this summer. That's amazing, y'all. They'll be coming for Act 6 leadership training. They'll be coming for our SEED internship professional development opportunities. And they'll also be coming for another amazing opportunity I look forward to telling you all about later on. But if you allow me to, I'd love to tell you a little bit about my journey. My history with Degrees of Change goes back around 9 years ago, and little did I know that my life would be impacted by 3 conversations, separate conversations, but all connected. I had the privilege of connecting with an Act 6 alum from Portland named Adam Ristic, and I asked him, what did Act 6 mean to him? He told me, Marquise, it changed my life trajectory. The next individual I had a conversation with, her name was Amber Ortiz-Diaz, she's from Yakima Valley, and I had the opportunity to listen to her testimony. And the last individual I had an opportunity to work very closely with when we launched the first Act 6 site in the Midwest back in 2014. And it wasn't so much what she said to me, it was how she lived her life and how she modeled servant leadership, and that's our very own Natisha McNamara. Those 3 conversations will position me to be able to have a front row seat to see what we could do in South Minneapolis. I had a front row seat to watch amazing, young, talented leaders be the catalyst to change our community so desperately needed. Since then, my journey's brought me across the country with my beautiful wife and our 3 amazing children. We've come to do Pacific Northwest themes, such as refer to the Pacific Northwest as the PNW. We've also called Tacoma home. The highlights that I've been able to experience while my time at Degrees of Change has been serving as the Act 6 National Director, so I'm a little accustomed to following in Tim Herron's shoes. I've also had the opportunity to serve as our Chief Partnerships Officer over the past 3 years. And in that, I had the opportunity to not only continue supporting our amazing staff members, but also have an opportunity to collaborate with community partners and like-minded individuals who want to continue to build vibrant and equitable communities by creating new innovative ways to continue to serve our communities. Which leads me to this next opportunity to tell you about a new partnership that we're forming, and I'm excited for it because a couple of reasons. One, I love collaboration, and I love partnerships, and I love community. And we're super grateful for an opportunity to be able to launch a new partnership with Pacific Lutheran University and Tacoma Public Schools called SEED Teachers. SEED Teacher hopes to mobilize the next generation of educators. One of the things I always tell my children, especially when it comes to education, is mirrors and windows. When you have an education, you should have the opportunity to be able to look through a window and be able to see and learn from people that look differently than you. But also, the mirrors are, you should be able to see people that look like you teaching you in your classroom and be inspired to be those types of leaders. SEED Teachers hopes to expand on the Grow Your Own model so teachers can better reflect the diversity of Tacoma classrooms. SEED Teachers will also be combining the elements of Act 6 and SEED internships so that SEED Teachers will be able to be provided with a cohort-based model, but also be able to have a scaffolded experience to a debt-free college education and teacher credential courtesy of PLU. Scholars will also have the opportunity to be able to participate in meaningful paid work experiences back in Tacoma Public Schools. So matter of fact, we actually just wrapped up our current selection process, and we're thrilled to be joined by most of our 15 SEED Teacher scholars here tonight. But it gets better, because in order to have this program, you need someone to lead it. And that's where we're very blessed and fortunate to be able to say that we've hired our first SEED Teachers Director, and that's Terry Yee. Terry Yee Terry Yee graduated from Lincoln High School. She was part of Cadre 1 for Act 6. And I already told you it gets better. It continues getting better. She's currently teaching at her alma mater, Lincoln High School, has been teaching there for the past 7 years and been teaching science to her students. So when you want to know what it looks like to prepare diverse homegrown leaders, look no further than Tara. She's the epitome of what SEED Teachers is all about. So at this point in time, if you are a SEED Teacher scholar, I would love to have you stand at this point in time so we can recognize you. And I would also love to have Tara stand up as well. But this doesn't happen without some amazing partners. So if you can all help me extend our gratitude to PLU and Tacoma Public Schools for the commitment to innovation and collaboration that made this partnership possible. So thank you for allowing me to tell you why I'm excited about the program from a staff member's perspective, but allow me to switch hats. I would love to tell you why I'm excited from a father perspective. My wife Joelle and I, we have three amazing, beautiful, and very energetic kids, all attend Tacoma Public Schools, but I want to take a moment to focus on our daughter. Our daughter's beautiful, she's responsible, she's organized, and she's also struggled with being shy, reserved, and self-confidence. I can stand here and tell you that it's because of the teachers, the educators, the people that saw past those challenges and saw the potential in her that's actually helped boost her confidence. It's not uncommon to be in our house and walk up our stairs and see our daughter teaching her stuffies in her room. If you were to ask her, what do you want to be when you grow up? Without hesitation, she would say, I want to be a teacher. And I'm grateful for that because I know there's seed teachers back there that could actually realistically be able to teach my children one day, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. So with that being said, I've been speaking a lot, and I would love for you to learn about our other programs that we have to offer. So I'm gonna ask you to check out this quick video that we're about to watch. Thank you for your time.
My name is Marquise Dixon, and I serve as the Chief Executive Officer at Degrees of Change. We're all about empowering and investing in local voices and emerging leaders, impacting them when they graduate from college, walk across the stage, and to really empower them and show the importance of investing in your home community.
Mabuhay, my name's Mary Chris Marmar Castro, and I'm here at Asia Pacific Cultural Center. Thanks so much for stopping by. I think it's through the mentorship of Act 6 that they really showed me the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's green where you water it. It's green where you live. Where we live is here. Being able to pour back into the community as commissioner working with our youth, it's just been an honor, and I couldn't have done that without Degrees of Change, who awarded me an Act 6 scholarship to go to Northwest University.
My name is Shara Abigail Aguilar Enriquez, and I'm an Act 6 scholar. I was born in San Pedro Sula, Cortez, Honduras. My family and I immigrated when I was very young to the United States. I was president of this medical career club. My advisor for the club stopped me before the meeting ended, and as I was walking out, she was just like, hey, there's this really cool opportunity that I think that you should be a part of. Please apply.
My name is Gavin Ames, and I was amongst the first cohort of SEED internships here in Tacoma. I was going to school at University of Washington, Tacoma. My degree was business administration. I was coming up to the end of my time with my educational career, and I knew I needed something after the fact. So in my junior year, I started looking for internships, and SEED internships literally was the key to that success for me. They had my back.
My name is Talia, and I'm a senior at Lincoln High School. I got chosen to be part of the first cohort for SEED teachers. When I got accepted, I actually got really happy. I've never seen my dad get emotional, and then my dad kind of got a little teary-eyed. He was like, I'm just so proud of you. That was I feel like a really big moment for me.
You walk into our office, one of the first things you're going to see located on our walls is our mission statement, which is we prepare diverse homegrown leaders to succeed in college and career in order to build more vibrant and equitable communities.
The support within an institutional level looks like having professors that look like me, that look like my peers, that look like my best friends, and that all students will be, I guess, valued the same.
My three main values is honor, courage, and commitment. They were instilled in me through my time in the military. Degrees of Change is really wanting to honor the Tacoma community by participating and giving back to it and helping those grow within. They have the courage to put in the work, and they have the commitment. We currently run 3 different programs. Act 6 is our cohort-based leadership training program.
that in partnership with our college partners provides full tuition, full need scholarships to emerging local leaders. Our next program is called SEED Internships. Again, as much as we aspire to have our students return back to their home communities, they have to have something to come back to. So SEED Internships works with exceptional college students in hopes of getting them connected with local top employers here within the Puget Sound area. SEED teachers want to work with high school students who are aspiring educators. It's a scaffold experience for these young people that gets them connected with opportunities to get real-hand experience of what it likes to be a future educator.
These opportunities to serve have only happened and have only manifested because of the kind of character that Act 6 has helped develop in me. They empowered me with those skills to take up space in that room and be confident in who I am and sure of who I am and how to stand up for what I love.
Estoy bien agradecida por el sufrimiento de mi familia, de mis ancestros, porque todo lo que pasaron era para que yo pudiera estar aquí.
I think we have a front row seat to be able to see what this new face of leadership looks like. And we're hoping to invite others who want to have a front row seat to see this change come about in our communities.
Wow. Apologies, I got too caught away sitting down enjoying the video over there. But this place, in this room, there are incredible leaders. We are part of an incredible community, a family of people who are really making change tangibly. And it's an honor to be a part of this with all of you today. Let me just find my place here. And yeah, can we just get another big round of applause for our amazing scholars who are in the room, especially our SEED teachers? All right. Hello again, everyone. Thanks again for joining us. So good to see you all here. And now I'm excited and honored to introduce you to our three exceptional young leaders, Talia, Gavin, and Cher. Talia Cariaga Caliga is a graduating Lincoln High School senior, go Abes, and, and a member of the first SEED teachers cohort. Talia was born in Hilo, Hawaii, and moved to Tacoma at 11 years old. She is the eldest child of a family of 6. Her father is Micronesian, her mother is Native Hawaiian, Portuguese, and white. She will be the first person in her family to go to college, everyone. Let's give her a big round of applause. Talia decided to become a teacher after participating in Tacoma Public Schools' Teach 253 program. Her goal is to work with elementary school students as a positive influence in their lives. Talia especially wants to be a mentor for young people like herself, who will be first-generation college students. That is incredible. We also have Gavin Ames, is an authentic spirit with an entrepreneurial mindset, which keeps him reaching for the stars. Go, Gavin! Gavin is a student at heart and always working to connect with those around him to create not only a team, but a family experience. If it's a family, then consider him the fun uncle. With his love for dad jokes and most things nerdy, Gavin works to bring everyone together to work around any of the toughest problems by making the experience more enjoyable. Gavin's leadership traits began during his time in the Marine Corps. Thank you for your service. Let's give him a big round of applause. And his style of leadership is geared toward being an active role model where engagement and communication are key for the team to accomplish the mission at hand. Cher Abigail Aguilar Henriquez is an immigrant born in San Pedro Sula, Cortez, Honduras. She is of indigenous descent from the Central and South Americas and identifies as Chorti Maya. She is a proud Act 6 scholar in her second year at St. Martin's University, majoring in environmental studies and minoring in Native voices. She has lobbied at the Capitol in Olympia with One America, testified on behalf of the spoken for the independent colleges of Washington, and she's interned at the Nisqually Land Trust. She currently works at the Diversity and Equity Center, and she is the president of Seattle Martin University's Latinx Student Alliance and the public relations officer of the Women's of Color Allegiance. Let's give her a big round of applause, everyone. Woo. These are some phenomenal leaders we have in the house today. They're here to share with all of you a bit about what leadership means to them. And give it a big round of applause for our first speaker, Cher. Let's go. Woo.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. My name is Cher Abigail Aguilar Enriquez, and I'm an Act 6 scholar at St. Martin's University. However, before this, I am a sister, a daughter, and a granddaughter. I am a first-generation college student, the oldest of 5, and I was beautifully raised by my mother and my grandmother. I'm an immigrant from Honduras of indigenous descent from the Central and South Americas. I am Chortimaya. I'm a lifelong learner who believes in the sacred interconnectedness between the spirit and its surroundings. Today, I will be speaking to you all about leadership and its personal importance to me. By the end of my speech, my hope is that I will have made a lasting impact on each one of you, leaving no doubt of the tremendous influence that Degrees of Change, its programs, and its donors have had on my life. Leadership is not merely a pursuit. It is a calling, but I'd better describe it as a resounding scream echoing within the depths of my soul. It's a feeling deep in my bones that calls upon patience, kindness, stewardship, peace, service, and most importantly, justice. Leadership serves as my driving force, giving purpose to the countless nights spent studying until morning, the 10-plus page papers, the tears shed under the weight of stress, and the sacrifices made being away from my beloved family. Despite this, when I was growing up, the concept of leadership remained absent from my thoughts, seldom spoken of or even acknowledged. Having grown up in a small, predominantly white town, I was acutely aware of my status as an outsider. This feeling persisted in both academic and non-academic settings. For a while, I found myself discouraged, unable to find clubs or volunteer opportunities that truly resonated with me. And those that did exist were often selective in their outreach and impact. I felt like a caged bird, yearning for the day that I could spread my wings and take flight. When my family and I moved to Federal Way my junior year of high school, it was like we had moved universes. It was a complete shift to the life I had been raised in. No longer was I the sole BIPOC student in the room. Instead, I was presented with opportunities. Opportunities to grow in my racial and ethnic journey, opportunities to give back to my communities, and opportunities to explore paths previously unimaginable to me. During my time at Federal Way High School, I immersed myself in the social justice club Fuerte. Through this club, I had the privilege of advocating in Olympia alongside One America, Washington State's largest immigrant and refugee nonprofit. I also served as the president of Young Docs, a club in partnership with the University of Washington School of Medicine, aimed at exposing high school students to various medical fields and expanding their career options. While my contributions to my high school may have been modest in number, they held profound significance not only to me, but also to the students who aspired to become doctors, seeking inspiration from someone with a similar background. They were meaningful to the mother I lobbied with, who ensured that her accent, much like my family's, did not diminish the impact of her words when addressing elected officials. It was during this time that my club advisors for Fuerte and Young Docs introduced me to Act 6. Mrs. Clark and Mrs. Weberg insisted, well, if I'm going to be honest here, they asserted that I had to apply for the Act 6 scholarship, and I'm thankful to them for that push every day. You see, even before I moved to Federal Way, higher education had never entered my realm of consideration. I had never imagined that someone like me could thrive in a college setting. Even after my move, genuine hope remained elusive. Despite knowing then and now that my mother and stepfather would do everything in their power to help me pursue higher education if I so desired, the scholarships I had already acquired would not significantly help the financial burden I would cast upon them, especially not while they had 4 other children to think about. Yet, Act 6 introduced a glimmer of hope into my life, an illuminating beacon at the end of a seemingly endless tunnel. Initially, I held a lot of apprehension. I had been warned of the rigorous selection process, and I felt that my contributions to my community had fallen short. Nevertheless, as unconventional as it may sound, I have always been a firm believer in destiny. Faith in the notion that what is meant to transpire will inevitably find a way, regardless of the obstacles strewn across its path. Thankfully, destiny led me to Act 6. Act 6 obliterated the financial barrier that threatened not only my access to education, but also the quality of life for my family. Although I am undeniably grateful for this indispensable financial aid, it pales in comparison to the true essence of Act 6. Its most remarkable aspect lies in the bonds of kinship, friendship, mentorship, and knowledge forged among its scholars. Without the summer trainings provided by Act 6, I would have essentially entered college blindfolded. I lack the ability to comfortably engage with the adults, particularly those who are not native Spanish speakers. The summer trainings afforded me the opportunity to cultivate profound connections with my fellow cadre members, individuals who have become my pillars of support, guiding hands to grasp, and compassionate shoulders to lean on during times of adversity. Furthermore, Act 6 enabled me to connect with incredible mentors such as Dr. John Hopkins. These relationships allowed me to gain invaluable self-awareness and profound understanding of my passions. My name is Cher Abigail Aguilar Enriquez, and I now find myself embarking upon my 3rd year at St. Martin's University. Pursuing a major in environmental studies and a minor in Native Voices, I had the privilege of serving as the president of the Latinx Student Alliance and as the public relations chair for the Women of Color Allegiance this past academic year. I also served the Diversity and Equity Center as one of SMU's BIPOC student orientation leads and testified for the Independent Colleges of Washington on behalf of all Washington State grant recipients. Equipped with my education in environmental studies and Native Voices, I aspire to become certified in Native education and hold a position within a nonprofit organization that focuses on environmental education for BIPOC communities, specifically Native youth. All of these achievements, opportunities, and aspirations have been rendered possible through Act 6 in St. Martin's University. They have profoundly altered the trajectory of my life. My heartfelt gratitude extends to Degrees of Change for organizing this amazing event and extending me the privilege of sharing my story with all of you today. Above all, I wish to express my deepest appreciation to my mother, who is here in attendance today, and my grandmother, for their unwavering inspiration, support, and encouragement to seguir adelante. Once again, I express my sincere gratitude to each one of you for dedicating your time to listen and consider my story. Before I step away, I want to leave you all with this. Each student, child, and person you choose to fund, you are showing them that they are seen, that they matter, that they are deserving, and that they hold immeasurable value. I urge you to continue supporting Degrees of Change for their profound impact upon individuals like myself, my 4 other siblings, and every Act 6 scholar. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gavin Ames, and I was part of the cohort for the 2019 SEED internship program. When they reached out to me, Degrees of Change, they asked, Gavin, what does leadership mean to you? And I said, well, that's a really loaded question. There's a lot going on there. And so I broke it down into a few different talking points, and I just wanted to address them real quick. First and foremost, a leader has to be someone that sees the route ahead, sees the different angles that you can go towards the mission. They have to have that foresight and really know what's the potential areas where problems may arise, but also have logical and sound reasoning to go the route that they want to go. A leader also communicates to their team the goal and makes them want it too. They make them believe in that goal or that mission. So in a way, they have to be a teacher to those around them. They have to educate them on why they're pursuing the routes that they need to pursue. They also need to motivate and inspire them to be on board with that goal. They can't just be told what the goal is and then expect them to want to achieve that. They have to make them believe that it's the correct route to go. They also like to set the example for the rest of the team to follow. There's a difference between a boss and a leader. A boss, they tell you exactly what they expect, but a leader shows you how to achieve what the expectations are. So they act as a role model towards those around them, but also aid towards that mission. They jump in when they need an extra hand. They roll up their sleeves and jump in. They also promote the team to be leaders as well. They oftentimes will be mentors towards their peers, giving critical feedback, but also delegating tasks out to people to really put them in those leadership roles and get them the opportunity to try and maybe fail and try again. And lastly, for what leadership means to me, as it makes an environment, one worth participating in. I'm a firm believer in business culture, and I believe that to be an impactful leader, you need to have a thriving environment where everyone can be happy and work together and not, have that burnout. So that's business culture, but also engagement, like participating in everyone's lives and like showing that you're there to understand them and see where their frustrations are and maybe find different avenues of attack for delegating those tasks to people. So enough about what leadership means to me. I would like to speak a little bit more about this program and how it helped me as a SEED intern. First and foremost, I think that this program has been an amazing ride where there's been dynamic interactions with fellow alumni that drive home lessons and gain the most out of my internship experience. Every Friday, we'd get together in the classroom and we'd go over varying topics, things that would be tools that I could bring to my toolbox and then go back to my internship and really apply them the next day. Every single topic was fun. They were also very creative. I was surprised every single one of them is just like, I wouldn't have expected that. But also very engaging. They really pushed your comfort zones and made you do things that you never expected to do in your life. Ergo, me standing in front of y'all today, never expected this, but I'm truly grateful for the opportunity. And again, thank you, Degrees of Change, for allowing me the opportunity to come back and be a participant. It's always fun to hang out with this crowd. Also, they allow the opportunity to operate within a diverse group of people. Varying backgrounds you get to experience, and you never would have thought that you would have shared stories or experiences with other individuals in these realms. It was just really cool to get to know more of the local Tacoma community. You get to bring them into the fold as a team, and really get to attack whatever problem it is that they assign to you and just kind of understand from a different walk of life where there might be a different avenue of approach. And so it was a really, it was an amazing experience, honestly. One of my favorite things about SEED internships has been the opportunity to come back time and time again to further test my capabilities beyond the initial internship program. I have participated every single time that they've asked me to come help out. Because this organization has really given me my career path. They set me up for success, and they've allowed me the opportunity to participate in running booths to bring in candidates for the next internship orientation. They've also given me the opportunity to do intern interviewing. So that's a tongue twister. And then also doing a Q&A panel with students, you know, just kind of giving them my experience and what I was able to do while I was in. And it is just such an amazing program. I can't say it enough. Most importantly, and this is my biggest point, is the opportunity for networking with these individuals. If it wasn't for Degrees of Change and SEED internships, I wouldn't be in the career path that I am, because I found my in with a fellow alumni from the 2019 cohort. It is because of him I was able to transition into the exact job, team, and career that I wanted to be in. And it's crazy to me because it feels like a story or like a movie or something, because we sat next to each other in our orientation, didn't know each other. And I figured, you know, might as well just open up the door and talk to him and get to know him a little bit. Come to find out, we both made it into the program, and now we work kitty-cornered in our cubicles at work. So it's so cool what this program has done for me and for my fiance. I'm truly grateful. I don't think I would be where I'm at. I don't think I would be here, honestly, if it wasn't for Degrees of Change. So that's my story. Thank you all for participating. Have a good night.
Hi, guys. Hi, my name is Talia. I'm a senior at Lincoln High School. I'm going to be a part of the first cadre of SEED teachers that go to PLU this fall. I hope that by being a part of SEED teachers, I can help motivate students and help them feel more confident about going to college. As I was growing up, I never really had a dream college that I wanted to attend. The first college I actually toured out was PLU. When I was there, I realized that this decision was completely up to me. I wasn't sure what to look for in colleges, like what made them bad or what made them good, but I knew I was lucky enough that I had teachers that could help me out with that decision. As we grow up, teachers are some of the first people we see with college degrees. They are such large role models because they show us what a college degree can do for a person. They can be one of the most stable presences in our lives. They're there every day, every year, and they are people that we can count on. Someone that I look up to and that has inspired me is my teacher, Miss Eganis, who is here tonight. She has helped me learn so much about myself and become more confident in my decisions about my future. In our class, we were able to go to classes and observe different grade levels, and while I was there, I realized that being a teacher was really what I wanted to do. She created a safe environment for her students, and I feel like I can always talk to her about anything. She motivates us to be better every day, and I hope that I can be a role model like that for my students one day. When I was growing up, I often didn't have teachers that shared the same experiences as me. I'm the oldest sibling, so I have always been the first to do a lot of things like go to middle school, high school, get a job, and now go to college. A lot of my teachers were a little on the older side and all had someone that had gone to college before them. Even though they have helped me a lot, it was hard for me to connect with them on that level. If I had a teacher that shared the same experience as me, I feel like I would have been less scared about going to college. Being a first-generation college student, there has always been a lot of anxiety about finishing high school because it just seemed like you're on your own. For me, thinking about going to college, I just felt like it was a big hole that I didn't know anything about, and I think a lot of first-generation students can relate to that. So when I heard that part of SEED teachers was that they would help and support us students, it really took a weight off my shoulders. And I'm excited and grateful to be a part of this program. And before I finish, my parents couldn't be here tonight, but I just wanted to say thank you because I wouldn't be the person I am today without them and for everything that they've done for me. And I'm excited and grateful to be part of this program. Thank you guys for having me.
Wow, everyone, can we please give them a big round of applause? That was incredible. Oh, my goodness. Oh, just the power of those words that we heard tonight, the individual stories. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that the purpose of education is character plus knowledge. And what Degrees of Change has done here is they have equipped these young, incredible leaders, the first sometimes in their families, with the education, but the character and the confidence to really pursue their dreams in college, to pursue an education. And it is because of each and every one of you who are here today, who are investing the most precious resource that you have, your time, your heart, your love, into the mission of Act 6 and Degrees of Change, that we have incredible scholars like them. So thank you. Thank you to all of you. All right. Well, let me get back to the scripts. Let's scoot back here. And this event benefits programming and our current and incoming program participants. Resourcing is the most important influence on creating quality programming with replicable and measurable results, just like everyone here. And that resourcing includes not only dedicated staff, best practices, evaluation measures, volunteer engagement, but also, you guessed it, financial support. Giving impacts organizations directly. When you give, you are voting for a future that has more leaders like the ones we saw today. You are investing in a future just like the lives that we've seen here on this stage to continue to flourish. It means being in community and advancing our community means showing up for our community. It means pushing ourselves to engage and give at our highest capacity. This is a necessity. We encourage you to stretch to these donation levels because behind me, this levels because it is meaningful for you and to increase the impact of your gifts by becoming monthly donors as well. We don't want this to just be a one-time thing. We don't want this to just stop with 1 year or 2 years. This is something that is generational. This is something we want our city to invest in, a vision that has more leaders that look like the communities we live in, that have spaces, that have leaders, teachers, that look like our homes, that have our culture, that have love for our people. And I just loved everything that was said on this stage today, because Act 6 truly does give us that confidence to share our love for our culture, for where we come from, no matter where it's from, and bring that into those spaces in colleges and change and transform those spaces and continue to change and transform our cities. So with that said, table hosts, please pass around the pledge cards at your tables. I see you. And I want to let you know that tonight, your donation will be matched with a generous $10,000 challenge match from a generous donor. So thank you very much. Monies donated today will support over 900 scholars, just like the ones we saw today, and interns in our programs during the 2023 year. We will pause our program here for a few minutes to allow each of you to fill out your pledge card or make your donation online. That's right, you can make it online if just the card's not cutting it. The envelope isn't cutting it. And then we will pause our program here, and we have a goal of 100,000 tonight, and I'm confident that with each of your support, we can achieve that. What do y'all think? Woo! We can achieve that. So thank you. We're going to give a few moments. And while we're waiting, I also just want to share a quick story while I have the mic. Growing up in an Asian American household, I was told, specifically because I am brown, that I shouldn't go outside and play in the sun for too long. That if I got too dark, no one would want to marry you when you got older. And that hurt. When I was competing in Miss Washington USA for the first time, I didn't even place. But I was still proudly Miss Tacoma. I would still go to events. And at one of these events, a mother ran up to me with her daughter and told me, with her arm next to mine, and said, "See, you don't have to bleach your skin to be a beauty queen." And that representation on that stage or in that community, that is what you're doing here today. That is the replicable measure of just having someone who looks like you, speaks like you, that you can vibe with, that you can identify with, that you are empowering those leaders to continue to stand and to be equipped with the skills to take up space in these spaces that they might not see themselves in, that the generations after them will finally see themselves in because you have brought them there. That is the future you are creating tonight. So as you fill out those cards, I just wanted to share that with each of you. Thank you for building a future where each of us have access and each of us have that opportunity to feel beautiful in the skin we're in these spaces that we might not see ourselves. So thank you. I think the cards are still going around, or? All right, so now that those cards have gone around, can I have Talia, Gavin, and Cher? Guess what? We really want you guys to come back on stage with us. Let's give it up for them, everyone. Woo! I know you thought you were done. But guess what? Just thank you so much for each of your stories today. It has just been such an honor. Can we all agree that each of their stories has been so impactful, so beautiful, so unique, each and every one of you? And the families and the stories that you represent, you are your ancestors' wildest dreams come true. Standing here on this stage, and the futures that you are creating, not just for your families, but for our communities with your success. And I want to also just say a big thank you to our sponsors, community partners, and to all of you for being here tonight. Your support not only means the world to us, but it makes our world a better one that we can believe in together. And we want to also present them with these beautiful flowers. Thank you so much again. Oh, for me too? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. And thank you for investing in this. Our future of our city is bright because of what each of you are doing here today. When you build up teachers, you're not just building up a person, you're building up like generations, literally generations of stars with a limitless reach. So here's to that. Thank you so much and have a wonderful night, everyone.